Hey everybody, so I'm going to do another unboxing for you. Today's pick, it's not a new one, but I really promised myself I wouldn't ever kind of unbox older, like pretty general release films. So if there's something that's kind of a little more special, a little more cool, I'm going to try and still unbox those. So the set that I just got in the mail today from Amazon UK is Hellraiser. Now this isn't the Scarlet box, so it's not going to have all of the special features and everything like that and all the who's-he, what's-its and things like that. That was nothing I really needed. I really just more wanted individual releases, so they came out with this set a little bit after that. Still hasn't come out in America because we pretty recently just got this Scarlet box. So this, as you can see, just looks really nice. I've yet to unwrap the plastic around it. You can just see, just looks very nice, very plain. So I'm gonna dig into it real quick so I can give you a slightly better look here. There's such sights to show you. So that's a little better. Very nice matte color, that brown, because it really plays off of the gold tinge on the back here without kind of going over the top. And you can just see, just kind of throughout there. It'll look really nice on your shelf. There's 1, 2, and 3. I mean, obviously, you have the ratings logos on there, which I don't hate. That doesn't really bother me very much because really that's going to be what I'm showing. But in this case, it might be this. I really also like if they have individual cases to kind of display those. And the color scheme just looks really nice altogether. As you can see on the back, it kind of lists the special features, all the documentaries and things. If you have the original Anchor Bay Blu-ray for Hellraiser, as far as I'm aware, you should keep that because it doesn't have all the special features over on this set. As far as I know, there's a new German set that came out pretty recently with 1, 2, and 3, and it has some of those special features, all the Anchor Bay ones and the ones from this set. As far as I know, it also has a corrected framing for number 3, which I've heard is pretty bad. I've yet to watch this, obviously. You saw me take the plastic off of it. So, without kind of further ado, I'm going to slide these out of here and see how they look. Obviously, the first one is just iconic. And that looks fantastic. Just Clive Barker's Hellraiser. And I like the image of Pinhead being more kind of solemn than I do how angry he is on the Anchor Bay set. And that's just kind of more of a picky thing on my end. But obviously the clear cases just look phenomenal. And then of course, there's a couple of things in the back just detailing some of Arrow's other good works. And it does, of course, have reversible cover art, if that's one of the things you prefer. Just very standard one for the first movie. Like I said, that image doesn't bother me, but I just think something works so much better about this one, in my opinion. So, obviously, if that's kind of what you like, I'm going to keep it with the newer cover art, because, like I said, it looks better. And, of course, the disc art just looks fantastic because it matches the front cover art so much. And just that deep crimson, just something about that. I feel that. That's really, really nice. Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Just the color schemes for these, like I said, are just fantastic. They're kind of going with the standard primary colors, nothing crazy. And this one did get released in America through Image Entertainment. As far as I know, that one was terrible. It didn't keep any of the special features, anything like that. So I still have my copy of Hellraiser 2 on the Anchor Bay DVD that came out. So I'm probably going to get that disc and I'm going to pop it in here and finally kind of get rid of that case that I've been holding on to for all these years, just because I didn't want to upgrade to a Blu-ray that was inferior, if it really didn't add anything. And of course, you kind of pop it open and you see the blue disc on there. It looks very nice. And then the interchangeable artwork. And I could really see how all three of these would line up really well, obviously, because that's the artwork. Like I said, I really like, I don't know, Hellraiser 2, just kind of something about it just always works for me. I love sequels where they put a different moniker in front of there, like Damien, Omen 2. Like junk like that always gets me. It actually does look really nice, and if that's kind of what you prefer, I assume the one for 3 is going to line up fantastically, but I myself will most likely be using this. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. The oddball of the first 3 of the franchise due to rights and awfulness like that. So for those of you kind of in the know, Paramount was the one who originally released this. There are, of course, dozens of bootlegs. Then Echo Bridge got hold of it, and it was just not good for anybody. So yeah, we're still kind of waiting for better releases of the rest of the Hellraiser films outside of the last one that was released and the one that's coming up here in a week. Gosh, it's pretty quickly coming up for that one. I've heard good things about that one. I mean, it really sounds like it's more for the fans as opposed to just trying to keep the rights, which if you can do both, why not? But back to Hellraiser 3. This one, as far as I'm aware, does have some weird framing. A lot of the ones that they kind of have, like Creepshow 2 and a couple other titles, suffer from that odd framing. I also think it's one of the House movies that they released kind of had that issue as well. So it's something that Arrow really does and doesn't really kind of ever take credit or blame for, rather. They just are kind of like, oh, well, it's how we got it, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people don't like that. That's why I will most likely, if I can ever find a different copy of Hellraiser 3, if that German set ever becomes a little bit cheaper or something like that, I might kind of pick that up to complement this one. Creepshow 2 and get the 88 Entertainment release, or I can go back and try and find the Image release. I had that one and I sold it just because I was awaiting a better release. So, kind of things like that. Open this up here. And the really nice green disc that kind of matches. And then, of course, the cover art for 3. So it really, I'm conflicted now, because getting to the third one, they look really good like that. I'm going to flip them. I know I said this whole video that I like that new artwork, but I am going to flip these. That's crazy for me. Usually I don't usually use the older artwork. I don't. I just think that if someone put the time, money, and effort into kind of doing newer artwork for a release, you should kind of respect it in a way. But this one, just something about it feels right to change that out now. So, let's see how it looks once I've done that. Okay, so that does look pretty good. Just kind of putting those in there like that. And the great thing is, of course, if I decide later on to change those back, I easily can. One of the only things is you don't get it to say Hell on Earth on the third one. I mean, that's a lot to put on there, but still, it really kind of, you can see the pinhead faces up at the top. They're pretty cool. So yeah, the reason I got this set, finally, it was dropped down to like $12.99 in pounds on Amazon UK, and just for that price, I really couldn't pass it up, because it's one that it's been in my watch list a long time, but it was $29.99. I'm just like, that's way too much. I mean, if you really want these movies, yeah, sure, I could wait. I already had all of these except the third one on, because I got rid of the third disc on DVD a while ago, just because I was anticipating upgrading this set, but I kept the other ones. So I really had all the Hellraiser movies except the third one, so I wasn't in a rush to get this. But now I have it in my possession. It looks great. I can't wait to watch some of the special features on here, because it does have Leviathan on the first disc, a very awesome Hellraiser documentary as far as I'm aware. I've obviously yet to see it, but hopefully it's pretty good and kind of gives some insight, because I think the Hellraiser franchise is one of those ones that's just so interesting, because it's almost, I don't want to say it's kind of run more than a lot of other franchises, but it's had so many different movies, so many twists and turns, and a lot of movies that were kind of edited into being Hellraiser movies, so that kind of also adds a depth to the franchise, at least in my opinion. So yeah, Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3 from Arrow Video. Looks great, just everything about this very sturdy box. So, you know, I'm amazed it didn't get even remotely dinged up or scuffed in shipping. That's pretty good. I don't always have that good of luck with Amazon UK. Sometimes they even lose my stuff. I'm still extremely bitter about the house set. I had to spring for that, kind of get that nice box, but this one, A+. So don't forget, since you're already here, why not subscribe to our channel? Hit that notification bell down there so you can see the next time we upload a video. Always going to be posting unboxings, taste tests, all that good stuff, and a lot of kind of follow me around adventures. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, why not just hit that subscribe button? We'd certainly appreciate it. And you'll leave a comment down below if you have this set, if you think I was stupid to not get the Scarlet box, or if there are any kind of other sets out there that you're like, hey, I really think you should try and look into this set. I'll do my absolute best to try and track it down. Money can sometimes be an impediment here and there, but if it's cheap, I will definitely track it down, and I'll just show you and give you my opinion about everything like that. But yeah, Clive Barker's Hellraiser, only on Blu-ray from Arrow Video. Till next time, guys, I'm Zach. Bye, everybody. hold this like this. Hellraiser. Ooh. You use this as like, I'm like doing like this. That can be the thumbnail.